Hey friend, welcome to my channel karinealourde, where we deep dive and break down the most iconic stars in history. If you're not yet subscribed, please be sure to do so and turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. Now let's get into this video. Today we are doing a breakdown for the beautiful Lela Rochon. I love her so much. She was a 90s icon with so much grace, so much elegance. Look at her cheekbones. I mean, obsessed with her cheekbone. According to the Arkansas Hall of Fame, Lela Rochon Fuqua is a Haitian American actress. Though I saw online that many people disputed this, and she hasn't confirmed like her background or anything like that, but her parents have the Arkansas Hall of Fame government, website, and it states her parents is having Haitian descent. So I don't know, but I saw on Lipstick Alley and many other sites, people was like, I need to stop claiming her as Haitian. I don't know, maybe one day she can speak on that. But for now, I'll go by the Arkansas website, because them cheekbones, them some Haitian cheekbones, okay? I have the same cheekbones. She is best known for her starring role as Robin Stokes in the 1995 romantic drama film Waiting to Excel, one of my favorite movies of all time. Rochon also had roles in the films Harlem Nights, Boomerang, The Chamber, Gang Related, Knockoff, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and Any Given Sunday. Before being known as an actress, she spent more than a decade working as a dancer, model, and extra in commercials. Her adaptability and strong performance made her a sought-after performer among producers and directors. Rochon was once chosen among the 50 most beautiful people in the world and the 10 sexiest women of the year by People magazine and Black Men magazine, respectively. So a woman with all this class, all this elegance, and if you watch any video clips of her interviews, she's so well spoken, so articulate, and just very grounded. There's been so much controversy that came off with her life recently. We're gonna get into that in the video. And I'm not here for the Lela Rochon disrespect, okay, that this new generation wanted to give her on Twitter with the whole Nicole Murphy thing. It's like a sore spot. We're gonna get into that, and I'm gonna let you guys have it towards the end of the video, because I know a lot of people, even in the YouTube space that I looked up to, that body shamed her also, and it really disappointed me. So we're gonna speak on that towards the end of the video, but I want to give you guys a little bit of background of her childhood. Before we get into this, Lela Rochon is a very private person. She's been in the industry for so long, but she's moved so quietly with so much. She rarely speaks on her relationships since the very beginning, and every relationship she's been in, there hasn't been much info, nobody really speaks, and she kind of keeps her life very intact. And one of the only things that she's always desired to be was a mother.
If you couldn't act anymore for whatever reason, what would you do with your life?
I think I would become a mother. I would become a mother, and I would try to do good things for the world, charity work, travel, and really do things with children.
So as soon as she started her family and had her daughter, she's just been out of the limelight. We haven't seen her that much, but I do want a resurgence for her. If it's in her plans, if it doesn't give her anxiety. A lot of people leave the industry and leave the game, and they have anxiety just thinking about coming back. It was too much for them. They were overworking. And I will talk about how one of her first miscarriages, because she was working 16-hour days, and she was so exhausted and then miscarried. For a woman who wanted to be a mother so much, I can see how that traumatized her to the point where she's just, I quit with the industry altogether. So maybe she won't want to come back, but we would love to see her back now that her children are like in college and stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get something from her. But Lela Rochon Staples was born on April 17, 1964 in Los Angeles, USA, to Zelma and Samuel Staples. Zelma was a nurse practitioner, her mother, while Samuel owned a graphic arts business.
I grew up as an only child, and it was just me and my mom and dad, so I had to entertain them because I had no one to play with. So there became the huge, vivid imagination. I think that's where it starts.
And after graduating from Cerritos High School in Cerritos, California in 1984, she attended the California State University, Dominguez Hills, 1986. She earned her BA degree in broadcast journalism with minors in sociology and theater. In 1984, Rochon appeared as an extra in the movie Break-In, where she met the man who would later become her husband. From 1986 to 1988, while attending college, Rochon was one of the Spudettes, featured in over 30 national spots for the Spuds, McKinsey, Budweiser, Bud Light TV commercials. She also appeared in the 1985 made-for-television film A Bunny's Tale starring Kirstie Alley and Delta Burke, based on Gloria Steinem's experience as a Playboy bunny. She appeared as the love interest of Gerald Levert in the video for My Forever Love and in Luther Vandross's It's Over Now video. She also appeared in a music video for Lionel Richie's single All Night Long. Yes, she was in there. And Albie Shore's video for the song Natalie. And in Tupac Shakur's video I Get Around as one of the female dancers. She had many guest starring roles in a number of sitcoms, including The Cosby Show, Amen, 227, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Will Smith's love interest, and Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Rochon made her film debut in 1985 when she starred opposite Fred Williamson in Foxtrap, and in 1987 she played the role of Debbie in the film The Wild Pair. In 1989, Rochon acted opposite Eddie Murphy in 1989's Harlem Nights as a memorable Sunshine character. She again worked with Murphy in the successful 1992 romantic comedy Boomerang. And in 1995, she was a regular cast member during the first season of the WB sitcom The Wayans Bros. And in 1999, Rochon landed one of the lead roles opposite Whitney Houston, Angela Bassett, and Loretta Devine in the adaptation of the Terry McMillan novel and highly successful drama film Waiting to Excel. She played the character Robin Stokes, for which she was nominated for an MTV Movie Award for Best Breakthrough Performance and NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. The moment she read Waiting to Excel, Rochon knew she was destined to play Robin, the high-powered executive who picks the wrong men. She said, "I fought so hard for it because I felt very right for Robin, and the fact that Whitney was already cast was huge to me." She remembers, "It was my first time in a lead role." Waiting to Excel didn't just elevate Black women. Hollywood began churning out more female-centered stories. For Bassett, the cherished friendships on and off screen meant the world to her. She said the scene at the end of the movie with the women listening to the radio and singing in the car was not scripted. It was organic moments like these in which we found comfort with one another. For Rochon, there is one specific day during filming that sticks out in her memory, the day she invited herself to Whitney Houston's house. I said to her, "What are you doing tonight? Can we come over?" And then she said, "We went over there and her aunt made this huge dinner. She cooked up fried chicken and pies. She just went all out. We stayed up playing cards and bonding, and that was when we really got to know each other, but we did not go home until 5 in the morning," end quote. In 1996, Rochon starred opposite Timothy Hutton in the Showtime cable network film Mr. and Mrs. Loving. She received a Cable Ace Award nomination for Best Actress. Later that year, she played the female lead in the crime thriller film The Chamber. The following year, she starred alongside Jen Belushi and Tupac Shakur in the crime thriller Gang Related, which was also really good also. She played the heck out of that role. And in 1998, Rochon had the leading role alongside Halle Berry and Vivica A. Fox in the romantic drama Why Do Fools Fall in Love? And she also starred in Knock Off with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the big hit as love interest to Mark Wahlberg's leading. Now let's get into her relationships. Fans believe Lela has never been overly focused with finding true love in her personal life. Although she has been married twice, her past relationships have generally been quiet. The few fortunate men who were in love with Lela Rochon, nevertheless, include some of the biggest names in Hollywood and one well-known sports personality. Despite how understated Lela's love life may be, it is not without drama, as she had her fair share of heartbreaks and disappointments. Her first husband, born of mixed African American and Puerto Rican parents, Adolfo Gutierrez Quinones, rose to fame for her role in Break-In. Unfortunately, the couple's union did not survive for very long. They got divorced in 1987, and few details about their private connection have persisted through time. Like I said, she's very, very private, and no one is certain what actually caused them to break up, though Adolfo acknowledged in an interview that neither of the ladies he married was to blame for the breakdown of his marriages. He said that he was just unable to develop and sustain a genuine relationship, so the problem was not with her. Lela was slow to move on after her divorce. In 1989, further speculation appeared about Lela's love life, but she continued to keep her relationship under wraps. When Lela was younger, she had an affair with Jackie Jackson, a member of the Jackson 5. Jackson was a songwriter and a founding member of the Jackson 5, and Jackie and Lela's relationship was under the radar because they were rarely seen together in public, and neither of them were particularly well known at the time. From 1989 to 1991, they were rumored to have been in committed relationships that lasted over 3 years. Photos from the December 1989 premiere of Harlem Nights are the only hard evidence that they were ever together. And Lela walked the red carpet with ex-NBA player Harold Miner in 1993. Their romance was kept secret, but rumors claim that it didn't last more than a year and terminated just as fast as it started. And in 1996, Shamar Moore and Lela Rochon became involved, but their relationship didn't last until the next year. While Moore remained single, Rochon went on to marry Antoine Fuqua in 1997, with whom she had 2 children. She got pregnant after her marriage because, like she stated, she always wanted to be a mother, but unfortunately she was overworking herself, and I guess you can imagine that she felt an immense amount of guilt for that, and it's so unfortunate because she had this to say during an interview. She said, "The point is that losing a child changes everything you feel and do from there. After that, the next pregnancy was pins and needles for me and everyone around me. Anytime relatives received a late night phone call, they worried I had bad news. Probably the biggest problem was me. You always feel that it is your fault when something happens. The most important thing women should realize is that you must listen to your body," end quote. Lela gave birth to the couple's first and only daughter, Asia, on July 28, 2002, and she looks just like her mom. Oh my goodness, just stunning. Same cheekbones, lips, and eyes. Just a gorgeous woman, right? Gorgeous young woman. Asia's younger brother, Brando, was born in May 2004. Handsome also. Both her kids look just like her, making the family complete. In July of that year, while on vacation in Italy, Antoine ran across Eddie Murphy's ex-wife, Nicole Murphy, and the resulting photos went viral online. It wasn't long before Lela found out about his extramarital affair, but she kept quiet while the controversy unfolded in the media. While the world waited for her to return to social media to address the photographs, Nicole issued a public apology after being pushed to do so by her ex-husband, Eddie. Nicole said that she had made a mistake by kissing a married man and explained that theirs had been merely a pleasant embrace in her apology. Since the news of his affair with Nicole became public, a number of women had claimed that Fuqua is the father of their children. Ruth Jimenez came forward to claim that Antoine is the father of her son, Roman, who is now 8 years old at the time. Another story says that Antoine is the father of a lady nobody knows, and that he would have had a 5th kid if he hadn't persuaded a secret mistress to, take out her baby. Ruth Jimenez was able to prove that Antoine is in fact the father of her child, but Fuqua has said nothing in response to the many accusations made against him, including his alleged contact with Nicole Murphy. Lela also kept quiet. She has since made a social media comeback, so perhaps, she forgave her husband, okay? Lela shared photos on Instagram celebrating her daughter Asia's performance as the lead Into the Woods around that time, and many people think, okay, she forgave him. In the process of covering the incident, some newspapers shamed Lela's weight gain, which only served to further damage her reputation. Many celebrities did come out to support her, including Tina Lawson, Beyonce's mama, okay? But it was very sad to see on Twitter. Like I said, even content creators were just like, yeah, you let your women this way, don't let yourself go, blah, blah, blah. Habits change when you become a mother, your body change, age, whatever. It just was sad to see a woman get blamed for her physical as to why a man steps out. If you lack that much self-control, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. And I always thought to myself, like, it's worse when it's women. Like, you almost expect the barbaric from men to justify, men will always take up for other men. But when it's the women that are being barbaric and that are coming after other women like that for slight changes, and a lot of young women that will, sleep with other people's husbands, etc., do justify their actions because of the wife, how she look or how she carries herself or whatever. They justify it that way. And it did seem kind of like, that's what Nicole Murphy was doing. And I know people have requested videos on her before. I don't know if you guys want a deeper dive into her life, but I always say, however things happen in your life, that be compassionate, because you never know when the shoe might be on the other foot. The same woman that was body shaming her, that was calling her out, like what happened to her, You don't know what could happen to them in the future in their life. There's nothing that can keep a man. She could have been 110 pounds and still he stepped out, because a man will be a man. Beyonce got cheated on. Okay, Halle Berry got cheated on. There's no way you can look that will make a man stay if he does not want to stay. It's all about his self-control, his morale. Who is he answering to? Does he answer to God? Does he respect your family enough to stay faithful? Nothing else matters, okay? A man can say he loves you, and probably do, and still step out. It's just is what it is. Same for women. There are women, it don't matter how good their man look, how much he takes care of them, they step out also. It goes both ways. And we should just be a little bit more kinder with that. I was just, so annoyed. And I hope she didn't take any of this to heart. I hope she feels the love. There's still a lot of people that really, really love her, and that do not at any way blame her for this. I hope she doesn't blame herself, because a lot of times people forget that celebrities are people. They read these comments, they read your think pieces, they see your videos. You guys have no idea how many families have watched videos I've done on their family member, and how many celebrities have watched videos that I've done on them that reached out and stuff like that. So you never know who's watching when you're in the comments. You never know who's reading. These people's kids could be on here. So just be kind in how you comment stuff, how you speak, especially on Twitter. You guys just have no idea how people see stuff. They see stuff, they happen to stumble on stuff sometimes, and you could really mess up somebody's mental health. And you can't be pro mental health, pro this, pro that, being hypocritical, and then just talking recklessly about these people just because you think they have this certain level of fame, that they should be tough and they should know that it comes with the territory. She's not even in the limelight anymore. So that shows you she didn't even want this to happen to her. This probably was the worst thing that could have happened to her, to publicly find out your husband was cheating on you because it got exposed from the tabloids, and then to be ran off online because people are just roasting you as if you did something wrong, as if you deserved what happened to you. You guys are cruel. Not you guys watching, but if you participated in this, if you believed in this, if you made your think pieces on this, you are cruel. It is cruel. That is cruel. That is not sisterhood. And I'm very disappointed in so many women that entertain this. This is just cruel, and you never know where life could take you. Maybe young, nice, and beautiful now. There was always someone more beautiful than you. Even for Nicole Murphy, she obviously didn't stay in her marriage with Eddie Murphy. So what happened there, miss? Okay, what happened with your countless other relationships? Something happened. So you should know as a sister. You know what I mean? But anyways, comment below your thoughts. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Next video will be out on Friday, so subscribe if you're interested in these type of videos, and always recommend who you guys would like to see next. If you like the music you're listening to, the link is in the description. Support my brother. Until next time.